This is a meter bridge question. A meter bridge is set up to determine the unknown resistance X using a standard 10 ohm resistance. The galvanometer shows null point when the tapping key is at 52 centimeter mark. End corrections are 1 centimeter and 2 centimeters respectively. So it means this is 52 centimeter. So the remaining part, the other side will be 100 minus 52. This is 48 centimeter. Now because end corrections are given for both, so we need to add the end correction of the first one is 1 centimeter. So this is plus 1 centimeter, and end correction for the second one is 2 centimeter. So add 2 centimeter there. So that's all. So effective will be equal to X by 10 will be equal to L1, that is 52 plus 1 upon 48 plus 2. So that's all. So from here you can determine the value of X will be equal to 53 upon 50 into 10. So this goes out. So this will become 10.6 ohm. Beautiful question, simple question. End correction. Now let's go to the next problem. In this connection, the 4 diagrams are given to us and we have to identify which one is correct. So express the following to verify Ohm's law. Verify Ohm's law means we need to measure I and we need to measure V and then take the difference. So of course my dear friends, voltmeter must be connected in parallel and ammeter must be connected in series. So in this case, if you observe carefully, basically this option is wrong because voltmeter has been connected in series. Voltmeter is connected in series, so this is wrong. So we will identify the wrong options whenever we have connected ammeter or voltmeters in parallel or series. Okay. Similarly, if identify this one is also wrong because again voltmeter is connected in series. Voltmeter cannot be connected in series, it must be connected in parallel. Okay. Now we have to choose from option 1 and option 2. So to choose from option 1 and option 2, voltmeter in both the cases are parallel, there is no problem about it. But in second case we have connected ammeter with cell, and in first case we have connected ammeter with resistance. So the difference is which one should we use. So my dear students, we have to find, to verify Ohm's law, we have to find current through the battery, not current through the any resistance which you are varying. So to find the current through battery, we must connect ammeter in series with the resistance with the battery. So option number 1 will be true. So with this battery, this is the battery, the ammeter is in series and voltmeter is parallel to this battery, and this is how we can determine the Ohm's law. Now this one. For the measurement of potential difference, potentiometer is preferred in comparison to voltmeter. As I told you, voltmeter always show error, a systematic negative error. But in potentiometer, it does not show error because it works on the comparison principle. It shows us the exact value. So that is why we prefer potentiometer. So what is the reason? The potentiometer is more sensitive than voltmeter. The resistance of the potentiometer is less than voltmeter. This is of course wrong. It has nothing to do with resistance. Potentiometer is cheaper than wrong. This is also. Potentiometer does not take current from the circuit. Absolutely clear. Because the potentiometer does not take the circuit. This is also wrong. Potentiometer does not take the current. Because it balances the current through the galvanometer becomes 0. Then only the potentiometer measure the balancing lengths. So that is why fourth option is the most correct option in this question. Now let us solve this one. So what is given to a diagram shown, the reading of voltmeter is, it means the potential difference across these 2 points is 20 volt, and the reading of ammeter, it means the current going through this branch, let us say this is I1, is 4 ampere. The value of R should be given ammeter and voltmeter are not ideal. So we would like to know what is the value of R from given diagram. So my dear students, if you identify carefully, the meter measures 20 volt, it means the potential difference across this thing is 20 volt. So, we can write 20 volt will be equal to, potential difference 20 volt will be equal to I into R. So, what is I? 4 ampere into what is R? R is the resistance of this resistor and resistance of emitter, that is R plus RA, because it is non-ideal, because emitter is non-ideal. So, we also have to consider the resistance of emitter as well. So, you can clearly see from here that 5 should be equal to R plus RA. So, clearly from here you can say R should be equal to 5 minus RA. We have to subtract resistance of emitter to get the resistance of, to know the resistance of this R external resistance. So, clearly this R must be less than 5 ohm, this R must be less than 5 ohm, rest all the options are wrong. Beautiful question again. Let us solve this one. Basically this question must be in electric potential chapter, basically where we have studied the distribution of voltages, it is same. So, we need to identify the direction of current in this AB branch. Okay. You have connected it to the two batteries like this. We know current always flow from high voltage to low voltage. We need to identify which one is higher, A or B. So, suppose if the voltage is V, then it is given that X is equal to Y, because this X and Y are equal. So, we can directly distribute that this voltage at B will be equal to E by 2, half E by 2 E by 2. Now, we need to find voltage at A. Now, as you know, voltage at A is determined by the resistance at A and B. So, voltage at A is, let us say if this is 0 volt, then this will become V, this C point will become V, and this is 0. So, voltage at A will become E1 R2 plus E2 R1. So, E1 R2, that is V into RB plus 0 E2 R1 upon R1 plus R2, RA plus RB. Okay. And this is V by 2, V by 2. So, we would like to know which one is greater, VA or VB. Now, it is given that as resistance of A is greater than resistance of B. Okay. So, of course, if you can see from here, if resistance of B is smaller, because resistance of B is smaller, so clearly from here you can see, because resistance of B is less than resistance of A, it means potential at A, this small a point, this is small b point. So, resistance at a small a, voltage at a small a will be, of course, you can clearly see if this numerator is smaller, then potential at that will be small, will be less than, of course, because this A will take more voltage. So, this point will be remaining with the less voltage. So, clearly this will be at low potential, this will be at high potential, and current always flow from high to low. So, direction of current will be from B to A, from B to A. Good example again. In this question, it is a question of potentiometer. So, what is given to us is a resistance of 4 ohm wire and length 5 meter and resistance 5 ohm are joined in series and connected to a cell of EMF 10 volt and internal resistance 1 ohm. Parallel combination of the two cells is balanced across 300 centimeter of the wire. Parallel combination of two cells, the EMF E of each cell is. So, basically what they are given to us, these are the two cells which are in parallel, okay, and the resistance of the wire is 4 ohm, and length of the wire is 5 meters. Resistance of 4 ohm, no sorry. Resistance of 4 ohm and wire of length 5 meter, is connected to a cell of EMF 10 volt. So, basically this is the driver cell. We need to find the we need to find the K of this cell. So, K of this cell will become I times, that is VAB upon LAB. Okay, this is A, this point is A, this point is B. So what is voltage AB? Voltage AB will be equal to I in this circuit, I in this circuit, let us say this is I, times resistance of AB wire upon length of AB wire. How will we get the current I? I can be calculated as total 10 volt upon total resistance 10 upon 1 plus 4 plus 5. So that is 10 upon 1 plus 4 plus 5, that is I, times resistance of AB wire is given to us as wire of length 4 and resistance 5 ohm, wire of length 5 meter and resistance 5 ohm. So 5 upon length of the wire is 5 meters. So 5 cancels out and this will become, from here the K comes out to be 1 volt per meter. Okay. So this is our K. If you convert it into centimeter, this K would become 0.01 volt per centimeter. This is your K. Okay, the same thing you can. So now they want us the parallel combination of two identical cells is balanced across 300 centimeter of the wire. So basically, when to combine two parallel cells, the effective EMF, you know, we have combined n parallel cells, the effective EMF, E effective will be equal to E only. So in this case, it is combined with, so E is equal to K times L. So E will be equal to K is 1 volt per meter, and how much meter at it is balanced at 3 meter into 3. So E comes out to be 3 volt. So EMF of each cell is 3 volt. Basically, in this question you have determined the value of K. They wanted to ask you the value of K, that's all. Now let us go to the next problem. Yes, this one. In this question you can see we have a circuit given to us and EMF of the cell is 2 volt and the internal resistance is negligible. So internal resistance we do not have to worry about. The resistance of the voltmeter is 80 ohm. So it is a non-ideal. 80 ohm is the resistance of voltmeter, the reading of voltmeter will be. So basically, my dear students, you have to now also consider the voltage of voltmeter to determine the potential difference across these 2 points. So how will it become? The circuit will become, consider 2 resistances, the voltmeter also has 80 ohm and you have connected it also across 80 ohm, and one more we have 20 ohm like this, and we have a battery of 2 volt. So you have to consider the voltage of voltmeter also. So for that we have to combine these 2 resistances in parallel, voltage resistance of voltmeter and the resistance, so that will be 40 ohm. So now to find the potential difference across this point A and B, this is nothing but VAB is nothing but V2. We know how to divide the voltage between 2 resistors. So V2 we already know is total voltage upon total resistance R1 plus R2 into R2, because voltage is directly proportional to R when they are connected in series. So in this case V2 will come out to be, total voltage is 2 volt upon total resistance is 20 plus 40 into 40. So you get V2 as approximately 80 upon 60, 80 upon 60. So this 0, 2 3 ja, 2 4 ja. So the voltage V2 will be equal to 4 by 3 volt. 4 by 3 is approximately 1.33 volt. So the reading by this thing will be 4 by 3 volt. So this is how you know, this is why you can see the voltmeter, how to take the resistance of voltmeter into account when we use a non-ideal voltmeter.